So we anyway are looking into this ninth canto, sorry, sixth canto, 19th chapter, and here we can understand that mm, Lord Vishnu and Goddess of Fortune Lakshmi are immensely powerful combination. They are the bestowers of all benedictions and the sources of all good fortune. Therefore, the duty of everyone is to worship Lakshmi Narayan. I think we went on the Friday, we discussed about what is Daridra Narayan. There is a concept called Daridra Narayan, but Narayan can never be a Daridra. Or a one who is poverty stricken cannot become Narayan. This is most, Prabhupada writes in the purport, this is the most unscientific. Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi are always situated in everyone's heart, but this does not mean that everyone is Narayan, especially not that in poverty, not those in the poverty. So, प्रणमे दण्डवद्भूमौ भक्ति प्रह्वेण चेतसा दशवारं जपे मन्त्रं ततः स्तोत्रम् udhirayet. Hmm? So one should offer obeisances unto the Lord with a mind humbled through devotion. Dandavat means to fall like a rod onto the floor and offer obeisances to the lotus feet of the Lord. While offering dandavats by falling on the ground like a rod, one should chant the above mantra 10 times. Then one should chant the following prayer. After that, this is the whole process. Yeah, of course. Um, युवां तु विश्वस्य विभु जगतः कारणं परम् इयं हि प्रकृतिसूक्ष्मा माया शक्तिर्दुरत्यया. My Lord Vishnu and Mother Lakshmi, Goddess of Fortune, you are the proprietors of the entire creation. Indeed, you are the cause of the creation. Mother Lakshmi is extremely difficult to understand because she is so powerful that the jurisdiction of her power is difficult to overcome. Huh? Mother Lakshmi is represented in the material world as the external energy. So, anyway, but actually, she is always the internal energy of the Lord. Huh. This verse doesn't has a purport, but we can understand the supreme personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna, and from Lord Krishna comes Mother Radha, Radharani, Srimati Radharani, Radhika. She is the fountainhead of all Shakti expansions. Yeah, all the Lakshmi expansions who are worshipping Lord Narayan. Yeah, they are expansions from Radharani. Yeah, we know that there are two kinds of mellows that the Lord relishes. One is called Swakiya Rasa, and the second one is Parakiya Rasa. The conjugal loving relationship in marriage life is provided by, yeah, in fact, is Radharani only. Once, um, once, in a class there was a devotee who was asking, yeah, I think it was in Dwaraka, Dish temple. I don't know which temple, but at least the topic was. She asked Maharaj, why don't we celebrate all the festivals? And in that case, she was bringing about Rukmini. Mm, Rukmini, I think Chaturtha. No, wait. I don't remember in which Tithi Rukmini appeared, but she was Rukmini Jayanti. She wanted to say, why not? Why are we not celebrating? Why are it when Krishna's wives, um, yeah, and yeah, Radhanath Maharaj ji said, yeah, yeah, when one is worshipping Radharani, then automatically Rukmini is also worshipped. Yeah, why? Because everything that is engaged in the service of the Lord's pleasure in the Shakti form is actually coming from Srimati Radharani. And in that way, all the Lakshmis, yeah, we are talking only one Lakshmi, yeah, there are so many Lakshmis, so many. Of course, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, we can hear about there are three Vaishnava, three Lakshmi Devis, yeah. So one is Sri Devi, Then next is Bhudevi, and the third Lakshmi is Neela Devi, Neela Lakshmi. Yeah. So, uh, but in Brahma Samhita we can hear uh, there are Shatakoti, so many Lakshmis, and ever eager to offer service to Krishna. And here we can see Mother Lakshmi is represented in the material world. So now the same Mother Lakshmi is becoming or becoming we can see as Mahamaya. When we say Durga Devi, when we can see, yeah, of course, now we may think, hey, Narayani means the brother of Lord Narayan. But if Durga Devi is coming from Lakshmi's or Radharani's expansion, yeah, fountainhead, how can we understand? Yeah, because, yeah, but we should not see through our material uh, um, material boundaries. Yeah, for us to behave properly, there is a system. Yeah, there is a sister, there is a wife, there is a brother, father, mother, and all. Um, and there are certain laws. Yeah, when we talk about Manu Samhita, yeah, there's so many laws how one deals. But yeah, these are not applied to the potencies of the Lord. Yeah, these are, yeah, we are persons and we are having karma bandha. Yeah, so no, but Lord is completely above transcendental, above the material realms. So here we can see Mother Lakshmi is represented in the material world as external energy, but actually she is always the internal energy of the Lord, Antaranga Shakti. She is Antaranga Shakti, but also she manifests as Bahiranga Shakti, so that she is taking up a service of to the Lord by bewildering us, yeah, in this material world, so that we understand what mistake we have made that we ended up here. तस्याधीश्वर साक्षात् तव एव त्वमेव पुरुषः परः त्वं सर्वज्ञ इज्येयं क्रियेयं फलभुग् भवान्. My Lord, you are the master of energy, and therefore you are the supreme person. You are the sacrifice yajna personified. Lakshmi, the embodiment of spiritual activities, is the original form of worship offered unto you, whereas you are the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Guna Vyaktir Iyam Devi Vyanjako Guna Bhuk Bhavan Tvam hi Sarva Sharirai Atma Shri Sharirendriyasya Nama Rupe Bhagavati Pratyayastava Apashrayah. Mother Lakshmi, who is here, is the reservoir of all spiritual qualities, whereas you manifest and enjoy all these qualities. So the Lord is called Purusha. Purusha means one who is enjoyer. Lord is called Purushottama, means the best among the enjoyers. So the best among enjoyers also need to be served the best. And that's where Mother Lakshmi is always engaged in serving, is the reservoir of all spiritual qualities. So when we want to serve the Lord, we need to have qualities. We need to develop qualities. It's not just like I can do a freestyle bhakti. Freestyle bhakti is very, very risky, because in freestyle you are not surrendering your ego. We are not surrendering our ego because we think, hey, come on, I know everything. I have a logical understanding. With logic, I can make what is right, what is wrong, what I should do, what I should not. So, in the spirit of all these things, we actually may build so much pride that we may not be able to serve, understand what is that Lord wants, what Lord appreciates. Lord wants us to serve Him selflessly. Rather, with all these barriers, we cannot serve. So that's why Mother Lakshmi, she is expert in serving the Lord. And how is she expert? Because she is a reservoir of all spiritual qualities. Uh, Indeed, you are actually the enjoyer of everything. You live as the super soul of all living entities, and the goddess of fortune is the form of their bodies, senses, and minds. Now, which means, what is it saying? Our body, senses, mind, huh, is Sri, goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. She also has a holy name and form, whereas you are the support of all such names and forms and the cause for their manifestation. In the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning Madhvacharya, the Acharya of Tattvavadis, has described this verse in the following way. Vishnu is described as Yajna personified, and Mother Lakshmi is described as spiritual activities and the original form of worship. So, Mother Lakshmi is original form of worship and worshipper, and who is the person who is worshipped? He is Vishnu. In fact, they represent spiritual activity and the super soul of all yajna. Lord Vishnu is the super soul even of Lakshmi Devi, but no one can be super soul of Lord Vishnu. For Lord Vishnu himself is the spiritual super soul of everyone. Huh? So, so in this way, and according to Madhvacharya, there are two tattvas or factors. One is independent and other is dependent. The first tattva is the supreme Lord Vishnu and the second is Jiva tattva. Lakshmi Devi being dependent on Lord Vishnu is sometimes counted among the jivas. I mean, there is a the whole discussion still going, and there is always there is Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya and Madhva Vaishnava Sampradaya. There is this understanding of Lakshmi Devi is here we can see as Jiva Tattva. Then what is Gaudiya Vaishnava Tattva? However, describes Lakshmi Devi in accordance to the following two verses from the reference of Prameya Ratnavali of Baladeva Vidyabhushan. Baladeva Vidyabhushan is the expert who is empowered by Lord Govinda Dev. That's why what he wrote Govinda Bhashya for the commentaries of all Bhagavatam is done by Baladeva Vidyabhushan. The first verse is, not in that, in Vishnu Puran, there is a quotation. Nityaiva sa Jaganmata Vishnu Srir Anapayini. Yeah, I don't know if Satish Prabhu you are there. I always try to remember this word. Anapayini means one who is so much dependent on, always engaged in service, so much that she cannot feel that she can exist anymore without him. Anapayini, she is always falling. Um, she's always there. Yatha sarvagato Vishnu tathai veyam dijottama Vishnu syu shaktayas tisras तासु या कीर्तिता परा शैव श्रीस्तद अभिन्नेति प्राह शिष्यान् प्रभुर महान. O best of the Brahmanas, Lakshmi Devi is the constant companion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, and therefore as she is called Anapayini. Ah, this is a word when first time I heard from a pravachanakar from Tirupati Balaji, from Tirumala when he was giving, he was highlighting the greatness of Mother Lakshmi. Sometimes we know, I mean, that's not he said, and sometimes when we are doing service, we feel, oh, this is too much. Yeah, it's maybe let's take a break. Sometimes we like going for a holiday and enjoy. And yeah, okay, yeah, devotion is there, but let me first enjoy some time. And then again, I come back after coming home. Who is going to serve my deities? I only will serve. After coming, I will only attend the temples, deities. So sometimes we may think, yes, let's take a break. But if we see Mother Lakshmi, she's enjoying, she's constant companion of the Supreme Lord. She is the mother of all creation. Yeah. Vishnu Sri Anupayini Yatha Sarva Gata Vishnu Tathaivyam Dijottama. As Lord Vishnu is all pervading, Yatha Sarva Gato, his spiritual potency, Mother Lakshmi is also all pervading. Interesting is when Lakshmi Devi is all pervading, why there is good fortune only on few people and sometimes people are struggling. Yeah, because she feels unbearable to see someone is not valuing or respecting or loving or offering service to her master, Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu has three principal potencies: internal, external, and marginal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted Parashakti. We are talking about Parashakti, the spiritual energy of the Lord, as being identical with the Lord. Thus, she is also included in the independent Vishnu Tattva. So, Madhva Tattva is telling that Mother Lakshmi is dependent on whom? On Lord Vishnu. Yeah, the Paramatma of Mother Lakshmi is Lord Vishnu. So, from Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta, from Vishnu Puran, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concludes that no, she has accepted Parashakti and the spiritual energy, which is Radharani, as being identical with the Lord. Thus, she is also included in the independent Vishnu Tattva. In the Kanti Mala commentary on Prameya Ratnavali, there is a statement: Nanu kvachit nitya mukta jivatvam lakshmya स्वीकृतं तत्राह प्राहेति नित्यैवेति पद्ये सर्वव्याप्ति कथनेन कलाकास्ति आदिपद्य देवी द्वयि शुद्धोपि शुद्धो अपीति युक्ता च महाप्रभुना स्वशिष्यान् प्रति लक्ष्म्या भगवत अद्वैतम् उपदिष्टं क्वचित् य तस्य तु द्वैतं युक्तं तत् तु तद् आविष्ट नित्यमुक्ता जीवम् आदाय संगतमस्तु. My God, the meaning. Although some authoritative Vaishnava disciplic successions count the goddess of fortune among the ever liberated living entities, Nitya Muktas, yeah, Jivan Muktas, in Vaikuntha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in accordance with the statement in the Vishnu Puran, has described Lakshmi as being identical with Vishnu Tattva. The correct conclusion is that the descriptions of Lakshmi as being different from Vishnu are stated when an eternally liberated living entity is imbued with the qualities of Lakshmi. They do not pertain to Mother Lakshmi, the eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. I'll read this last line, which is the essence of this. The correct conclusion is that the descriptions of Lakshmi as being different from Vishnu are stated when we see that, okay, there is a description about the attributes of Mother Lakshmi, the qualities of Mother Lakshmi, what she is doing, etc. She is a servant, she is serving. Is only when an eternally liberated living entity is imbued with the quality of Lakshmi. They do not pertain to Mother Lakshmi, the eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. So that is the understanding, which means, so we should see Mother Lakshmi identical to Lord Vishnu. Yatha yuvam त्रिलोकस्य वरदो परमेष्टिनौ तथा ma uttama shloka santu satya mahashisha. You are both the supreme rulers and benedictors of the three worlds. Therefore, my Lord, Uttama Shloka, may my ambitions be fulfilled by your grace. Iti abhishtuya vardam Srinivasam Shriya Saha tan nissaryopaharanam dattva chamanam archayet. Sir. And finally, now Shukadev Goswami is saying, thus one should worship Srinivasa. Thus, one should worship Lord Vishnu, who is known as Srinivasa, along with Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, by offering prayers according to the process mentioned above. After removing all the paraphernalia of worship, one should offer them water to wash their hands and mouths, and then one should worship them again. So, this is the process. Tata stuvita stotrena bhakti prahvena chetasa yagno chishta avagrahya punar abhyarchayed dharim. Thereafter, with devotion and humility, one should offer prayers to the Lord and Mother Lakshmi. Then one should smell the remnants of food offered and then again worship the Lord and Lakshmi ji. Patim cha paraya bhaktya mahapurusha chetasa priyaistaisthair upanamet prema shila swayam vibrayat sarva karmani patnya uchavachani cha. So, accepting a husband as the representative of the Supreme Person, a wife should worship him with unalloyed devotion by offering him prasada. The husband, being very pleased with his wife, should engage himself in affairs of his family. In the purport, Prabhupada writes, the family relationship of husband and wife should be established spiritually according to the process mentioned above. Yeah? Which means it is actually built on the basis of serving. Yeah, the wife is taking care of the family, and the husband is taking care of the family. It's not like in a competing spirit, but in a complementing spirit. Competing spirit is like, okay, uh, sometimes in competing spirit, one wants to enjoy more. Yeah. Why only you are watching TV? Let me watch TV. Why only you are going out? Let me go out. Why only you have fans and friends? Let me also have that. Why only you have Insta? I will also. So that is competitive spirit. Because in competition, it's more about, uh, of course, in a competition, sometimes we also fight such a way that I want to give best. I want to give best. I am, I am a better servant. So in that, there is also competition, but rather one should complement. In Grihastha ashram, it mainly is we cannot exchange roles. It's not a mother can become a father, or father or a husband can become a, no, it's not. So one has to appreciate. There's this whole process of training how to become a better brahmachari. Similarly, there is a training process how to become a better grihastha. Of course, we may know we have there is a manuals called grihastha manuals. Yeah, of course, manuals sometimes maybe only on paper. One has to approach successful grihasthas. One should approach senior grihasthas and under their counseling. One should develop one's family life. Of course, until we see this Vedic way of living, I mean, I haven't seen such culture is so much prominent. Nowadays, what happens is newly married, what happens first thing is a lot of challenges comes mainly because, yeah, it's more about competing. After all, the purpose of entering into Grihastha life, initially people will think it's about enjoying, not to sacrifice one's own enjoyment. But anyway, mm, mm, Mother Durga Devi, she knows how to tighten the nuts and bolts so that we understand whether we have interest willingly or unwillingly. But yeah, the ashram is like a sugarcane machine, yeah, where the sugarcane is pushed in, and then yeah, it's a lot of pain. But then of course the cream or the juice or the life out of it is actually squeezed out, the spirit. So everyone has these good qualities, but these qualities are covered by this, what do you call that? I don't know, this sugarcane pulp, or they call pulp, I think, pulp or pip, I think, one of these. Yeah, so the juice is there. Yeah, we all have good qualities, but these are covered with our own interest of protection, to interest of, all what, yeah. So when we are going through the life, then everything is crushed, and yeah, with this crushing process, we become suitable for serving. Yeah, after all, no one wants the pulp, or this. Does anyone know what is this sugar cane once it's crushed? What is called the rest? Anyway, it's used for making so many things, but it's used, yeah, it's not so people enjoy that, right? So people enjoy the sugarcane juice. So yeah, here the point here is about serving the husband. Yes, it's not that the husband is now the purush because that's why he needs to be served. No, it is that the spirit is working together to serve the Lord. In grihastha ashram, it is that it's not like, okay, I will serve you because, yeah, yeah, you are so that you will be happy. No, it is not to make a husband happy or wife happy. That is not the only goal. The goal is that in happiness, yeah, so that the environment can be made so that one can serve the Lord happily. Okay, I'll stop after 20. Now we are at 18. Kritam तरेणापि दम्पत्योर् उभयोरपि पत्न्यां कुर्यात् anarhayam patiretat samahitah. Between the husband and wife, one person is sufficient to execute this devotional service. Because of their good relationship, both of them will enjoy the result. Therefore, if the wife is unable to execute this process, the husband should carefully do so, and the faithful wife will share the result. And the purport Prabhupada says the relationship between husband and wife is firmly established when the wife is faithful and the husband is sincere. We should have both. The husband should be sincere. Husband also should know the responsibilities of life, not just as a husband, responsibility as a servant of the Lord. Usually, sometimes we struggle to balance. Yeah, as a husband, oh, I have to serve my family, and we forget Krishna. And sometimes when we have Krishna, sometimes we forget our family responsibilities. And yeah, no, 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 all yeah, Krishna will take care. No, why will we want to trouble Krishna to take care of our family? Krishna has entrusted. Krishna has entrusted them in our hand that we can serve them. So in that way, we have to see rather taking service, we should serve. And the important quality is sincerity. We don't want to cheat anyone in our service. Yeah, we should be very genuine and we have to offer our service if we can. There is no duplicity in family relations, yeah, for that matter, in any relationship. But duplicity is one of the reasons for what do you call this, family breakups. Yeah, like that. So, so one is faithfulness. Faithful means always depending, faithfully serving, not like cheating. Yeah, and sincerity is through which one is dedicating himself. So in this way, therefore, it is if the wife is unable to execute this process, the husband should carefully do so. And what is a good thing? Even if the wife being weaker is unable to execute devotional service with her husband, she is chaste. If she is chaste and sincere, she shares half of her husband's activities. Sometimes we may hear like, ah, okay, if the husband does it, half comes to the wife. I think, have anyone heard this? Anyone? No? No, then yeah, it's very important to know this because here we can see that Prabhupada is writing that even if the wife being weaker is unable to execute devotional service with her husband, yes, yeah, husband who is engaged in devotional service, by default it won't go to the wife. It's okay. He's anyway doing na. Let me do whatever I want. I want to enjoy my life. Come on. After all, I'm working. I'm taking care of children. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. Yeah, come on. I need some break. Anyway, when husband is doing, I'm getting half. No, it doesn't happen out automatically. If she is chaste, what is the meaning of chaste? Chastity is to be faithful to the husband. And faithful in what? Yeah, in his services. If she is chaste and sincere, she shares half of her husband's activities. People usually may not take this as it is, and they think anyway default everything will come. No, it is not going to happen. And that's how chaste women, wife, they are always understanding how important it is to serve the husband. Somehow that culture is gone because of multiple reasons. One is that husband is not sincere in his commitment to the family life because he is liking to enjoy. And to that extent, these days, I mean, yeah, we come across some news where there is always extra, not always, there is often heard about extra marital affairs. And then finish. And why? Because one has um, freedom, and of course freedom should be used properly, but one is carried away, and when he's carried away then he creates problems. To cover up the problems, he to hide from his partner, either one solution is to kill, This is what we hear these days, that someone has killed a husband, someone has killed a wife, someone has killed the child, kills the pimp. So many killing processes, so brutal the world has become. No, it is very simple. If we have understood that we should be faithful and we should be sincere in, and but of course, in this process, if we are just serving each other, we will not be happy. We need to bring Krishna in the center. We need to serve together Krishna, because the happiness is not coming from individuals, but the happiness is coming from the reservoir of happiness, Lord Ramchandra. So the Lord, when he is satisfied, he bestows happiness. Okay, 1920. Vishnurvatam idam vibran na vihanyat katanchana विप्रान् श्रियो वीरवतीः स्रग्गन्धबलिमण्डनैः अर्चेत् अहर अहर भक्त्या देवं नियमम् आस्थिता उद्वास्य देवं स्वदाम्नि तन्निवेदितम् अग्रतः अध्यात् आत्मविशुद्ध विशुद्धार्थं सर्वकाम समृद्धये. What will happen? One should accept this Vishnu Vrata, which is a vow in devotional service, and should not deviate from its execution to engage in anything else. By offering the remnants of prasada, flower garland, sandalwood pulp, and ornaments, one should daily worship the Brahmanas and worship women who peacefully live with their husbands and children. Every day, the wife must continue following the regulative principles to the Lord Vishnu with great devotion. Thereafter, Lord Vishnu should be laid in his bed, and then one should take prasada. In this way, husband and wife will be purified and will have all their desires fulfilled. So, this is a very nice vrata. It's nice. Where we can see how it involves serving the Lord. And when the Lord is pleased, what is impossible? Everything is possible. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Okay. So if there are any questions, maybe you can park. I think we are already, yeah, a minute's more than. So if there are questions, you can write me, or we can also discuss tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much. Panchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Did I
Krishna
start live
Prabhuji.
streaming by the way?